Hi everyone, Mr. N, and we're back. High school proficiency exam. We love you. And because we love you, we're gonna solve one more problem for you. Just for you, HSPE. Problem number 37. Use the sequence below 5, 1, 1 over 5, 1 over 25, 1 over 125 in order to determine what is the end term in the sequence. And you have a few options here. Alright? But before we look, for which one is the best answer, or the correct answer if you want, let's look at our sequence. And as you guys can see, it starts with 5, but then it goes down to 1. And then it's 1/5, then it's 1 over 25, 1 over 125. And some of you may have already spotted that, you know what, everything except 1 has 5 on it, or it's got 5 somewhere into the numerator or denominator as a factor, right? Or each one of them, you may say, are nothing else but powers of 5. And that's a good start if this is what you have in mind. And what you have to do in this type of for this type of problems is, first of all, see if you can write any one of your given terms here as a power of the same base, and in this case that base would be 5, right? So let's try that. How can I write 5 as a power? Well, 5 as a power is actually 5 to the power of 1. How can I write 1 as a power of 5? Well, everybody should remember what is the main rule. If you have a number a to the power of 0, and you're going to say that a has to be different than 0, right? That 0 power of any number that's different than 0 is always 1. Is always 1. So 1 here, I can write it as 5 to what power? Power of 0. 1 over 5. 1 over 5 is actually 5 to what power? You guys remember? If I have 1 over a, and if I want to write this expression as a power, that's nothing else but a to the power of -1. So this would be 5 to the power of -1. The next one is 5 to the power of -2, and the next one is 5 to the power of -3. And as you can see, this is the first, this is the second term, that's the third term of my sequence, that's the fourth, the fifth, and I have to go down to the end term, right? Well, how can I write the end term? And I'm looking at the possibilities. 5 to the power of n. Well, the first term works. I have 5 to the power of 1, the first one, but the second one is not 5 to the power of 2, it's 5 to the 0. It doesn't work, right? So that's not the answer. I'm going to the second one. 5 to the 2 times n minus 1. Well, your n in this case is the rank of your term, and for the first one, 5 to the power of 2 times 1 minus 1 would be 5 to the first, which is good. If you have the second, for your n equals 2 here, right? I have 5 to the power of 2 times 2, which is 4 minus 1, should be 5 to the third. This one doesn't work either. Let's check the others. Well, here I have 1/5 to the power of n minus 2. 1/5 to the power of n minus 2. And the other one is 1/5 to the power of n. Which one of them can you use to write the sequence here? Okay. Well, let's find out. What is the rank for the given number here? Well, if you consider this one to be the first term, and I will plug this into my expression for the C, right? So I'm going with the first term. For that first term, n equals 1. N equals 1, I have 1. 1 over 5 to the power of n minus 1, which is 1 minus 2. Minus 2, which is actually 1/5 to the power of negative 1. And what is 1/5 to the power of negative 1? Well, 1/5 to the power of negative 1 is 5. Do you guys remember that? One of the laws of exponents says if you have 1 over a, well, obviously a different than 0, to the power of negative 1, this is the same as a over 1 or a. You're just flipping that fraction. What happens if n equals 2? If n equals 2, I have what? 1/5 to the power of 2 minus 2. We're right here. And that equals what? That equals 1/5 to the power of 0. Well, what we said, what is the rule? Any number that's different than 0 to the power of 0 will be 1. And we're good. How about the next one? We have, let's say, this one here. So your n is 5. N equals 5. Let me use a better color. N equals 5. Well, I have 1 over 5 to the power of what? 5 minus, what is it? Okay, I'm sorry. 5 minus 2. And that equals 1 over 5 to the power of 3. Well, you can either check if that's 5 to the negative 3, or you may check if it's 1 over 125. Well, this is 1 over, well, you can say 1 to the third over 5 to the third, which is 1 over 125, or you may say this one is also 5 to the power of negative 3. Okay, so we're good. It looks like this is the rule. Looks like this is the answer for problem number 37. I don't even have to check B.